What is it like to live in Webster Groves, Missouri, and what do you need to know if you're somebody who's looking to move to the area? That's exactly what we're talking about in this video today, so let's get into it. Hey everybody, Jacob Peistrup here. Welcome back to the Living St. Louis channel. Today we are talking all about the suburb of Webster Groves. Webster Groves is one of those areas that always seems to come up. I always get phone calls and texts from people saying, hey Jacob, I'm coming to St. Louis, I'm moving to the area, can you come show me some houses? And of course my answer is absolutely yes, I would love to. Webster Groves is one of those areas that a lot of people seem to be thinking about or considering when coming to St. Louis. Just as far as being centrally located, places to raise a family, and what you can buy for your money, Webster Groves seems to be one that comes up a lot from people who are moving to St. Louis and looking at Webster Groves. Always feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text. If you're coming to St. Louis, you want some help, you got questions, I'm always available. That's my cell phone number. But anyway, let's get into the conversation about Webster Groves, Missouri, and what it's like to live there. Webster Groves is a great place in mid-county, St. Louis County, very central in St. Louis County, right on the border with South County. Over the last 6 months, the median sold price of a house in Webster is right at $411,000. Population, about 23,000 people, and Webster Groves is going to be the area within the 63119 zip code in St. Louis. Like I said, super central. Webster Groves is just 2 miles away from St. Louis City, so if you want to be close to St. Louis City, Webster Groves is right there. It's just 2 miles down the road. Webster Groves is very similar in look and style to Kirkwood. They're right next door to each other, so that helps. They're very similar. Webster Groves is a very friendly and close-knit community. I feel like part of that is probably because the houses are physically closer together, so obviously people know their neighbors, they know the people on their streets. Webster Groves is a very friendly community to live in. You got a bunch of older, more historic houses in Webster, you know, your century homes, pretty easy to find, big trees everywhere. It's a very established part of town. Lockwood Ave is kind of the main street going through Webster Groves. You got east and west, pretty much split down the middle by Elm Ave in the middle of Webster Groves. Webster Groves also has two sort of downtown areas as far as shopping and commercial places. So there's Old Orchard and there's Old Webster. Pretty close together. They are separated by Webster University. So you got Webster University in the middle, and then you got Old Orchard and Old Webster on either side of it. It is super interesting how you'll see just different styles of homes all throughout different parts of St. Louis. Webster's got your Victorian and Tudor style homes, more, you know, historic houses just like Kirkwood, but you've also got your New England style, colonial, Cape Cod, craftsman style homes. You'll see a bunch of variety when you come to Webster Groves. I mean, in South City, you'll see a bunch of these brick gingerbread bungalow style houses. U City and Clayton have a bunch of your more traditional style brick homes. And you'll still see your, 100-year-old houses in each one of those neighborhoods. They just look a little different from one place to another in St. Louis. I think it's really cool to have that different style, different unique personality in every part of town. You know, every neighborhood's a little bit different people, different homes, different style that you'll see. And Webster is, it's its own place. It's unique, it has its own personality, its own little flavor of St. Louis. And with these areas where you have a lot of older homes in Webster Groves, in Clayton, Central West End, South City, you have your older homes and you have your new construction, yeah, of course, but you also have a lot of your renovations and your rehabs going on where you take an older home, you keep the exterior, but then you completely redo the interior. You keep that same exterior style, but then you spice it up by adding a new kitchen, updating the bathrooms, making the place feel brand new on the inside. I think it's a very cool way of blending that old architecture with that new modern interior wherever you are. Webster Groves, Clayton, St. Louis City, doesn't matter. I think it's a very cool way of, spicing up that old historic house and keeping the original architecture, but, adding something new to the inside. The architecture in Webster Groves is very diverse. You can see pretty much everything. Whether you want a Victorian, a Tudor style house, a Georgian Revival, Cape Cod, or you want something newer like a modern farmhouse with new construction, you can see it all in Webster Groves. If you want a big front yard, a big backyard, nice sized front porch, trees in the yard, lots of mature trees in Webster Groves, nice shaded sidewalks, and of course, tons and tons of green space and parks in Webster Groves. And just like Kirkwood, Webster Groves has a pretty decent range between your smaller, your starter homes, and your luxury homes upwards of $1 million. You can find a house in any price range in Webster Groves. If you want something on the lower end of that spectrum between $200,000 and $400,000, pretty easy to find a ranch or a bungalow, 2 or 3 bedrooms, 1,500 to 2,000 square feet, very easy to find. And then if you go up in price, between 400,000 and 600,000, you can find a bigger house, 2,500, 3,000 square feet if you want, easily 4+ bedrooms, more space, bigger backyard. Above that $600,000 or $700,000 price range, you'll also see some more new construction homes. So the new construction homes start in that $600,000, $700,000 range and above from there. And above, going into the 600s, the 700s, all the way up into the low 1 million range, you'll get a bigger house, 3,000, 4,000 plus square feet. The higher you go, you'll see, bigger lot size, pool in the backyard, 2-3 car garage or more. I mean, you get the whole package. For your higher end homes, 900, a million, 1.1 million and above from there, you'll see those a lot in the Sherwood Forest neighborhood, Westbury, Webster Park. Those are just a couple, but those are some of the higher end, more luxury neighborhoods where you'll see those bigger houses, bigger backyard, higher price point as well. Webster Groves does have its own public school system. The Webster Groves district just ranked number 8 by niche.com for the best public school systems in St. Louis for 2021. Webster Groves High is your local public high school in Webster Groves, basically the main rival to Kirkwood High. They compete against each other in sports. They got this whole rivalry going on. They play football games against each other. They take their sports seriously, but not too seriously because they have a shared homecoming dance together every single year, so it's kind of funny. One day they're yelling at each other from the stands during the football game. The next day they're going to homecoming together, so it's a friendly competition, not too serious. They keep it fun. It's a fun rivalry. They call their homecoming dance their friendship dance, which I think is kind of funny. So Webster Groves High is the one high school in the Webster Groves School District. They also have 6 elementary schools and 2 middle schools within the district. Overall, it's a super friendly, very nice, really cool part of town. There's sidewalks everywhere. It's easy to get around, very walkable, especially if you're 5-10 minutes away from Lockwood Ave. Just a quick walk away to get to all your restaurants, your shops, and your grocery stores along Lockwood Ave. So Lockwood Ave is kind of the main street going through Webster Groves. You got your shops, your retailers, your restaurants, all kind of stuff along Lockwood Ave. And then it feeds into Big Bend Boulevard, which takes you to Old Orchard. So Lockwood Ave is kind of the main street in Old Webster, and then along Big Bend Boulevard, you got Old Orchard, which is just another shopping area, kind of like another downtown part of Webster Groves. And both of these places are where you're gonna see your smaller shops, your retailers, your restaurants, locally owned businesses, that kind of stuff. There's a bunch of schools in that area as well, and you got Webster University pretty much in the middle of them. So Webster University is what separates Old Orchard and Old Webster. Pretty much, it's a small private university. There's about 3,000 kids that go there, so it's on the small side, but you got a student population in Webster Groves who go to Webster University. So you got Old Webster and Old Orchard. Those are your 2 shopping, eating, entertainment, kind of commercial areas of Webster Groves, and then Webster University right in the middle that kind of splits them apart. Both great places to shop, walk around, find a place to eat, so it's a lot of fun there. You've also got Interstate 44 going pretty much through the middle of town in Webster Groves. So you can take 44 east into St. Louis City if you work in the city or you just want to go spend a day in the city. It's just 2 miles away, so it's pretty close. And then you can also take 44 out west towards Springfield. So it'll take you across Missouri down towards Springfield. I got a colleague who is from Springfield originally, so she takes 44 to come into St. Louis and down towards Springfield to go see her family. If you take 44 west a couple miles, it'll also connect you to 270, which goes north to south through St. Louis County. So you got I-44 going east to west, and then it connects to 270 north to south through St. Louis County. Like I said before, you got a ton of parks and outdoor green space when it comes to living in Webster Groves. There's a ton of smaller neighborhood parks, but the big park in Webster Groves is Memorial Park. This is where you will find all your tennis courts, your ice rink, there's a community outdoor pool, and right next door at Moss Field is where you have a track. If you like to golf, there is the Algonquin Golf Club on Northbury Road going through Webster Groves. So you got that option, and there's also the Westboro Country Club down the street from it as well. So you have 2 options that are pretty close in proximity to Webster Groves. Overall, Webster Groves is a really cool part of town. There's tons of stuff to do and there's tons of stuff going on, and it's a very beautiful suburb within St. Louis. It's a great place to come walk around, spend a day shopping in Old Webster, maybe grab a bite to eat at a place like Olive and Oak or the Clover and the Bee. Really friendly community and such a great atmosphere here in Webster Groves. So that is going to wrap up this video today about Webster Groves. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was helpful in learning a little bit more about the St. Louis area. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you want to get in touch with me somehow, my cell phone is right there. You can text me, you can call me, whatever works for you. So that's all I've got for you today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.